Hello, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're all well. It's time for a beer review and it's time for a side-by-side beer review. One of these I've reviewed individually, the other one I haven't. And we are putting side by side, we are putting Brewdog Grind, a coffee stout brewed by baristas. And we're putting it up against Wiper and True, who rarely feature on my channel. And this Wiper and True stout is an espresso martini shake coffee milk stout. This comes in at 5.6% ABV, and the grind comes in at 6% ABV. I didn't mind that. I thought that was okay, but I always think Brewdog make better stouts than they do anything else. They do stouts reasonably well these days. So let's put them together. But the Wiper and True, I just have this strange issue with Wiper and True. I never really liked their can art, and I'm just not a fan of the name Wiper and True. I just think it's an odd name, Wiper and True, and it just puts me off. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, doesn't it? But that's how I feel. So let's open these up. Let's get them in some similar type of glasses and we'll put them together. We'll see. It seems to be like a reasonably fair comparison. They're both claiming to be coffee stouts. One claims to be a coffee stout, the other one says an espresso martini coffee stout, so similar. So let's move that up here so you can see the pour. There we go. So that's in a vocation glass, the vocation with the gold lettering. We're going to put the Wiper and True in another vocation glass, but it's got black lettering. So let's get on with that. With the Brewdog, there's hardly anything written on the side of the can, which is what we've come to expect from Brewdog these days. With the Wiper and True, there is a bit of spiel on the back, but I'm not going to read it out. I do like an espresso martini, as does my wife. This one seems a lot more carbonated. The Wiper and True definitely seems to have a lot more carbonation going on. But let's pour a bit more into the Brewdog. There's definitely now a very strong aroma of coffee in the pub shed. But let's put them up. So we've got the Wiper and True. There it is. I feel like I've got my camera too close. The Wiper and True, foamy head, nice little tanned head, and the Brewdog. I mean, they are very, very similar indeed, aren't they? Same sort of head on them, certainly the same colour, certainly the same type tanned head as well. Let's have a little sniff ski of the Brewdog first. I'm just going to move myself around a little bit. So let's have a little sniff on the Brewdog. And that's a good aroma. I do like the aroma on this one. Nice and chocolatey. It's got a nice coffee element to it. It's got a nice sweetness to it. It almost smells like a milky coffee. It does smell very, very good indeed. The Wiper and True Espresso Martini. Let's have a little sniff of that one. Oh, that's bold. That's bold coffee. Not so much on the milkiness, it's got a bitterness to it on the aroma. Chocolate, coffee. Oh, they both smell very, very good. You just pick up on a little sweetness on this one, on that aroma. I'm going to turn the heater off. It's just kicked in and you'll probably pick up that noise in the background. So let me turn that off. It's a nice temperature in here anyway, that heater doesn't need to be on. But aroma wise, both very, very good aromas. Really like the aromas coming off of both of those. Let's go with the Brewdog to start with. Yeah, that's decent. Did I say the ABV was? That's the 6%, isn't it? It's not a bad mouthfeel for 6%. I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a bigger body on the mouthfeel, but it's got a really, really good coffee flavour to it, and it's got a nice sweetness to it. It's not overpowering. It is like a sort of caramelised brown sugar flavour to it, and that kind of sweetness, the milkiness is very nice. It's a decent stout. These are both supermarket stouts as well, if you're not already aware of that. That's nice. I do like that Brewdog stout. Yeah, I'm gonna have another go because I like it. Smooth chocolate, coffee, a milkiness to it. I just like the mouthfeel on that to be a little bit bolder. Let's try the Wiper and a True. Cheers. What did I say the ABV was? 5.6. Really should probably have some water to get rid of that Brewdog taste, but there you go. Yeah, I probably should have cleaned the palate before having that one. Carbonation seems a little bit heavier on the Wiper and True. I'm going to have another mouthful. They're not too dissimilar. Pardon me. Surprised to say this, but I prefer the Brewdog Grind. This Wiper and True, I probably should have cleaned my palate. I probably should have done, but drinking that straight after the Brewdog, everything feels a little bit more dulled down. The flavours are there, but just don't seem as pronounced as the Brewdog. You do pick up on a nice coffee aroma. Did get that, but you do get a nice coffee taste. You do get a bit of chocolate to it, not bitter chocolate, a bit of chocolate. It has got a kind of creaminess, a bit of a milkiness to it, but it doesn't feel as strong tasting as the Brewdog, and that might suit people. If you like a stout that's got a coffee vibe to it, but you don't want it heavy, then the Wiper and True is probably better in that sense. Let's see what this says on the side of this. An indulgent, decadent stout inspired by the world's best cocktail, the Espresso Martini. Smooth, velvety, and deeply satisfying. This is a beer to savour. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's to savour. Store and serve chilled. I haven't got this overly chilled. Our beer is unfiltered and may contain sediment. Pour gently. Ingredients wise, water, malt, cacao nibs, hops, coffee, yeast, natural flavourings. I'm not even going to try and read the ingredients on that because it's just typical pathetic Brewdog lettering, wording on the side. They are both decent stouts. For a supermarket, I use this word loosely with Brewdog, craft beer, because Brewdog are hardly craft anymore. They're enormous, aren't they? They've got bars all over the world, hotels, they're pumping out beers at a massive volume, so I don't class Brewdog as craft anymore. But Wiper and True I will class as a craft beer. In a supermarket, they are decent stouts. Both of them are very decent stouts indeed. Probably, I think they're about the £3.50 mark. But I do prefer the Brewdog. I do prefer the Brewdog. The Wiper and True just feels a little bit dulled down. It is decent. Does leave a nice feel in your mouth. Has got good flavours. But if we go back to the Brewdog, yeah, massive difference straight away. You can really tell the difference when you take a swig of the Brewdog Grind. I prefer the Brewdog. I think that's quite clear, isn't it? I do prefer the Brewdog, but again, they are both good stouts. If you like that coffee vibe, if you like that chocolate vibe, the smoothness, a bit of milkiness in your stout as well, they are both very good stouts that are definitely worth picking up. Like I said, I think they're both £3.50. They are both worth drinking, but if I have to pick a favourite, it's obvious. It's the Brewdog Grind. There you go. I am done. Nice to say nice to see you. I said that in my last video. I don't see you. It's nice to put a video out that generally I'm doing about one a week these days. I'd like to do more, but life gets in the way and life is busy. So one a week, I'm quite happy with that. There you go. You don't need to know that, but just thought I'd say it. There you go. Hope you're all well, and I will see you all very soon on another one. Take care. Bye now.